Hey guys, it's the Fujo Fairy here, coming at you with another video. I said in my video yesterday, in my 100 subscriber special type thing, that I wanted to start making a cute little new series around horror manga, since I definitely feel like horror thriller type manga is very underrepresented within the manga sphere. You know, we got a lot of shonen, a lot of shoujo, a lot of romance type mangas. Well, not as much as shonen. Shonen is definitely takes over, especially here in the United States. Shonen is like number one, and seinen and all that stuff. And I feel like do not get enough horror manga or enough discussion around horror manga. In no way am I saying that I'm like an expert on horror manga or whatever, but I do like horror in, you know, most types of mediums, like in movies and shows. I do really like horror themed things, and horror thriller type psychological series, and and that also portrays in my manga. So I wanted to make this series to put light into some horror manga that you may or may not have heard of, and see if you guys are interested. You know, I know horror manga is not a favorite of many people because it's, you know, it's a little bit, it's not like movies, like horror movies. It's a little bit different in how it is portrayed, and yeah, and how you read it. It's definitely not like super scary, like, oh my god, I can't, but it definitely does, you know, if it is a good horror manga, obviously it will give you chills and it'll make you feel some type of way, which is what I love. I love feeling uncomfortable and a little bit creeped out. So I wanted to start this series out with a well-known author in the horror, I feel like in the horror sphere type thing, but outside of this I feel like not many people know him, although he is definitely, I think, I don't know if he's the first, but he's definitely one of the well-known horror mangakas, and that is Hideshi Hino right here. He's the man who wrote what is it called, Panorama of Hell, which I think is probably what he's best known for. Also read that series. I do not own it, unfortunately. I'm pretty sure a majority, if not all, of the series are out of print. A lot of them were coming out back in the early 2000s or the 90s. I'm not exactly sure when they came out. This one specifically, I know, came out in English in the, it says it here, in the early 90s this one came out. Yeah, this was published in the early 90s. Wow, interesting. But yeah, he's definitely one of the OGs out there. Him and Umez. I know, if you are into horror, you know Junji Ito, which I'm pretty sure everyone knows Junji Ito at this point. All his works are being published in English currently. You would know that he talks about Hideshi, Hideshi, Hino, and Umez as well. And I feel like more people know Umez than they do Hideshi. I don't know. I don't really see many people talking about him. So I wanted to talk about him. I only own 2 series by him. Like I said, all his works, I'm pretty sure everything that he has ever come out in English is out of print. So they're extremely expensive. Panorama of Hell, I'm pretty sure, is over $100. This one, Hell Baby, the one I'm going to be talking about today, I got it. This is one of the first manga I've got in my collection, so it only cost me like $3 or $4. I'm so lucky. I think now it goes for $50 or $60, which is crazy when you think about it. But yeah, definitely recommend this man. He's so good. You see a lot. You see why Junji Ito was influenced by him. You kind of see that same reaction faces that Junji Ito uses a lot. The like, you know, the big mouth looks, the heart, you know, the shock of what's going on. So yeah, I kind of just yeah, so let me just get into the first manga that I want to talk about in my manga horror, what should I call it, manga horror series, I guess. Yeah. So the first one I do want to talk about is Hell Baby. Like I already said, this is actually one of my first mangas I've ever bought back in the day. I started collecting manga when I was like a freshman in college, so it's been, wow, I was like 19, so it's been maybe 6 years, 6 or 7 years. Wow, oh my god, it doesn't feel that long ago, but I guess it has been a very long time. So yeah, so I got this back then. Only cost me I still have, for some reason, yeah, like I was saying, I still have the paper that said how much it cost me and everything. For some reason, I don't know why I still have this, but I do. Yeah, $3.89. It cost me $3.89 for this out of print manga. This was published by Blast Books. As you can already see, this is actually, it's printed very strangely. It is printed like a regular book a regular comic that would be in English. What is it, left to right? As you can see, it's not the normal way, but when you read it, you have to read it the Japanese way. So it's read the regular way, the regular Japanese way, but it was printed this way. So I don't know why they did that. It's pretty fucking confusing in that aspect. But this definitely is a favorite of mine. Hell Baby is a really, really good series. I think they even have like toys for her. And I reread this series at this one shot at least once a year or so, whenever I'm feeling a little creepy and I want to read a good horror manga. So I'm gonna read the synopsis on the back and then talk a little bit more about the series. Let's see. From one of Japan's most accomplished artists comes a new graphic novel, the unsettling saga of twin sisters born on a dark and stormy night in Tokyo. One normal and one demon baby with a taste for blood. A hell baby, tossed into a garbage dump. Hell baby dies in a plastic bag, but is brought back to life by an unworldly bolt of lightning. Hell Baby develops hard-earned hunting techniques to survive life among the wild animals who roam the garbage dump. After struggling along for 7 years, she seeks for her fate and returns to the city where she applies her hunting skills for survival, this time against the great citizens of Tokyo. Alright, so as you heard in the synopsis, this is about two baby twin girls. One girl came out normal, like, you know, like a regular girl would, and the other one came out deformed, I guess. At first, you know, it's like, oh, he's a little bit weird, but that's okay. And then you realize that she can't drink milk or anything. All she wants to drink is blood. So the father didn't know what to do, and the only option he had was to murder his own daughter. So he put her in a bag and threw her into this garbage dump where she essentially where she died. And then they don't exactly tell you who this bolt of lightning is. I'm guessing it's some type of demonic being, and who brings her back to life almost. She's kind of like a zombie in a way. And so to survive, she has to get skills to hunt these animals who live here, and so she pretty much survives on eating other animals until she lives there for at least 7 years. And then when she turns 7, something comes to her and talks to her and be like, don't you want to know where you're supposed to be? And so the story kind of goes from there. I don't want to ruin anything. That's just like a simple thing. But it's very, very well done. I honestly really, really like this series, and it does give me like the creeps. If you have never read especially old school horror manga, it is written a little bit differently than regular manga. Especially this one definitely doesn't have quite as much dialogue, and everything is told almost in third person, like a book but with pictures, if that makes any sense. You know, the girl, like, you know, shit happens, like, you know, there's regular dialogue, just like normal, and then there's also dialogue told in, like, this third person type of way, you know. It shows through the pictures and just the little dialogue. One of my favorite parts about this series, though, especially, is definitely the artwork. You know, you could write a story like this, but if you can't draw like a scary looking like this child, like there's no sense of cuteness. You know what I mean? Like, and sometimes when they put like certain horror type stuff, they always put like a little bit of cuteness. There's definitely no sense of cuteness. This poor child looks like a monster. Like, I'll show you. Like, even the other animals in the garbage, whatever it's called, the dump, in the garbage dump yard, wherever she is, like, don't even dare to get close to her because she smells weird and she looks weird. And even, like, you know what I mean, if animals are scared of her, like, shit's fucking wild. You know, it is a very grotesque series. Sorry, trigger warning, but I mean, if you're wanting to look into horror, then you should know this by now. Yeah, you should know this by now. She murders quite a couple people, actually. Here she is eating somebody's arm. And honestly, this is a very satisfying series. I really like the way it ended as well. I'm not going to ruin how it ended, but I like the way it ended. It was actually kind of an interesting end. But yeah, definitely, if you can find this series for a good price, give it a shot. Or if you can find any of Hideshi's other series, definitely give it a shot. I recommend it, you know, a lot. Hideshi's, it's such a good artist, and I feel like he doesn't get enough recognition, especially today. Although, you know, especially now that we're getting so much of Junji Ito's work, hopefully that we'll get more of the older stuff. I mean, recently we just got The Dissolving Classroom, so hopefully that'll make way by Umez, and hopefully that'll make way for things also being reprinted for Mr. Hideshi Hino. Highly recommend his work. And if you, yeah, so if you can't, so yeah, that's kind of the video. I hope you guys enjoyed it. I'm gonna try and make like once a month a video about horror manga, at least once a month. I think I have enough to make a couple videos, honestly. I will include some Umez. I actually have one work by him and another one from Hideshi. I might do that in a couple months, and some Junji Ito and some other stuff as well. And I really hope you guys enjoy this video. In no way am I saying like I'm a horror manga expert or anything. I just really like the genre, and I just wanted to you know, tell more people about it to see if anybody could be interested, and hopefully if more people get interested in it, we can get more stuff, because we don't get enough, in my opinion, of horror manga. I know I've said this multiple times in other videos as well. So have a great day, and I will see you around. Bye.